the techie stuff, which I can't do. It's good. What does that red line mean? This is just completely off topic, but what does that red line mean there?
I think it's a new Twitch update which tells you that that you're in the chat. So it's just new. So it's new from now. But I believe it's only for the people which are hosting.
Alright. I was going to say, because it only just popped up when you started hosting.
Or if you're the main person, obviously.
As in...
The streamer, so it's your account.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if it's actually for Twitch. Check it. Go on Twitch quickly, see if it is.
I might actually do that, mate. Give me a second.
Anyway, while you do that, I'm going to do the intro.
You're...
Welcome everyone, YouTube and Twitch, to the world's most dyslexic podcast.
You're...
Facts.
Indeed.
But true love to all them dyslexic people out there. We're all dyslexic here.
Podcast.
Yo.
That was... You know when you go on Twitch and it automatically starts playing the video at the top?
Not with mine.
No, really? Just me? Just me?
You.
Okay, I think I'm the only one then.
You boys are that dyslexic. You can't tell what time it is as well.
I mean, in true dyslexic fashion, you're late. Or we're late, Ben, me and you, but that's all part of being dyslexic, I guess.
It is what it is.
I mean, we're only an hour and 20 minutes late, which doesn't actually necessarily mean anything.
We're 20 minutes late, mate. 10 o'clock on...
Yeah.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock on Saturday.
20.
See, I don't even know the podcast on schedule, so...
I like how you added that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what it is, but I don't know.
Is
Can the picture pick this up?
Tom may not, but you know who obviously Sue Gay is.
Yeah.
She got it for me on my birthday.
It's a name drop.
Well, she deserves
So
a lot of credit.
what's it to do with?
What's it for?
It's actually quite fancy though.
It's just an 18th birthday thing. Just, you know, it's an 18th birthday present. That's all it is.
Okay.
Just say I'm a Hollywood fame, innit?
Just the Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shout out to Sue Gay for giving you
Yeah.
that. It's not quite the Golden Star, but I mean, it will do, I guess.
Hey, it looks pretty cool, if you ask me. Can chat see that?
I don't know if chat can see that. I mean, that's quite far away.
Oh.
Yeah, go on. Just... Oh, free advertisement there. Cards Against Humanity.
Just so you can probably get a see of that.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some bad eyesight, so I won't be able to see them from back there. But that's there you go.
Can I? Cards Against Humanity. Hold that.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's this is true dyslexia fashion, man. Everything in here is the worst podcast, remember? So nothing in here is professional.
Good point.
Right? It's all just makeshift. That's how we do it here.
Good point. Man's got a point.
I mean, only the new or only the most recent viewers in the podcast, the people that are here all the time, will realise that there's always something new at the end of the desk every week.
Oh, you've mentioned it now.
Yeah, mate, why did you have to mention it?
Because I can cut that out. Okay.
Not on Twitch, you can't.
Not on Twitch, but there's only 4 at the moment. So
You won't be able to
doesn't
cut that out
matter.
either because...
You can blur it. I can do
But
that
then that's
little...
not unedited.
No, I can do that little thingy.
That's
you know,
not
the,
unedited then.
No.
That's not raw footage.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, so this is this week's new one. It's nice and. I should have really just covered your name, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't feel like you're anything to do with the Walk of Fame. If I'm being completely honest.
Just savage. I feel like I am.
Maybe like 4 or 5 more years on Twitch.
I turned 18. And that is a surprisement for how clumsy I am.
That's a hell of an achievement right there. That's a hell of an
Big
achievement.
achievement, that.
Okay, so I'm going to go straight in to the quick fire questions that aren't that quick. Okay? Now, last week, I think you'll know I had 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I made it a little bit less last week just so you didn't clog up your minds too much. This week we're going a little bit more, going to go 9.
9?
Okay, it was 8,
No.
but I just thought of one just
Why are you
now.
saying no, mate?
It's changing every week.
Yeah, I mean...
Why are you saying no?
What do you mean no?
9. You're saying no.
Oh, no, okay. Yeah, in German. Okay. So question number 1. I don't know where that came from, but that was... Question number 1. Favorite Pokemon. Favorite Pokemon.
Jesus. It's everyone's favourite, I think.
I don't go... Okay.
I don't know. There's a lot of people which has Charizard out there.
Oh, I was going to say Tysplosion, but alright.
Oh.
I quite like Mewtwo.
Nah, mine's probably
Lugia.
Tysplosion. The
I
Cyndaquil.
can't remember
Okay.
its name now, but it's the blue iceberg. One of the
Articuno.
rarest one. Articuno, that's it.
The blue... yeah, okay.
The blue iceberg,
Mate, you are on it. I mean, he does play Pokemon Go, though, so I fully expect
you don't play
him
it
to...
anymore, do you?
No, but...
I mean, you put some better hours
But-
into that game, though.
I swear you put more hours into the DSI, is it DSI? DIS? Whatever, Pokemon games.
DS.
DIS.
I couldn't remember what it's called.
DSI, mate.
DSI, that's it. So I was right the first time. I don't know. I can't remember.
God damn.
What did he say?
It's the game one.
This.
I said DSI or DIS.
It's supposed to be the game, right? I don't even know what it is.
I probably wasn't born
You're
when
too
it was
busy
made.
with your new stuff, man. You gotta go old school, man. You
I
gotta
wasn't born when it was made, mate,
Yeah.
probably.
So okay, all right. So yours. Okay, Ben, that was an interesting one from you. I thought it was like
What do you think I was going to go with?
Cyndaquil.
yeah.
Evolution line.
I quite like the unknown as well. You know them little weird ones that you find in the caves,
Okay.
just out of nowhere. These
You're on
always
about
used
that
to pop up.
stone, that-
Because in the games that they used to annoy the hell out of me, but now I've grown to kind of like them. Because every like 3 or 4 steps, you'd always hit one, and then you'd battle it, beat it, and then 3 or 4 steps, it'd be another one, and you'd do that the whole time through the caves.
That's Pokemon, mate.
Yeah, I just used to love it.
I reckon you'd love. Actually, I'm not sure. You weren't a big Minecraft fan. There's a game called Pixelmon, where it's
Yeah.
Pokemon in Minecraft, and that looks really good. But I may want to play that.
Pokemon and Minecraft.
Yeah, you get 6 Pokemons, you get to fight people and all of that. Massive server for it, where there's masters you can go and fight. All of that.
What the hell?
You've
People
not
just
heard
be
of it?
making up
Pixelmon,
new
it's
games
been out
now.
for ages.
Really?
Yeah, it's on Minecraft, but it's a mod.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, you made it sound like it's an actual game where they both collabed and made their own separate game kind of version.
Oh no,
of
but
it.
it's like, whoa, you got to pay a monthly subscription for it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. Right. Question number 2. Mince pies, yes or no? It's nearly Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of questions are
It
that?
depends, because you can get them really bad ones.
Where are you eating bad ones?
I don't like the ones where it's not as pastry. Like pastry. Pastry.
Like when you get them people which try and make their own homemade ones, which
So
don't
yours?
know. No. Like they bring them into school and they're like, say, "Oh, try it." And you try it, it's like,
Well, obviously
You gotta
it's
put
not
it on a
from
good
shop,
face.
mate.
I don't like the shop ones because they're too crumbly.
but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it can be bad.
Some of the shop ones can be really crumbly.
But
It's a
if-
mince pie.
Yeah, but you know the ones that they're like I can't really. You know the ones we used to have as kids. It used to be quite like thick pastry on top. I don't even know if it's pastry, is it?
That's
But-
because that's not.
yeah, but I liked that. When you bit.
Okay. Go make that then.
Oh, I can't make that, man. I'm not that good at. I'm not that good at baking. I found that out the hard way. I'm not very good at baking.
but it's a yes.
Then I found out that in baking, apparently it's chemistry. So if you start mixing up ingredients and kind of like the weight of ingredients, say if it
It'll
was,
ruin your recipe.
yeah, it ruins a recipe. I didn't know that.
That's why there's
I didn't know that I asked.
Oh, yeah, good point. All right, question number 3:
Oh.
birthdays or Christmas?
Christmas.
Christmas.
Obviously, it's longer.
Christmas.
It's happier.
Okay, so if your birthday was a week long,
Well, birthday then.
no, Christmas still.
wait, why is Christmas longer? 'Cause it's
It's a
2
month.
days.
Because there's a whole build up. You get mince pies. You get holidays.
All right, so if
New
your birthday,
Year's.
say if your birthday was a week long, it would be birthday over Christmas. For you,
But yeah, it's not.
I'm saying if.
But it's not.
It's
I'm
not.
saying just a hypothetical here, just a hypothetical question. If your
No.
birthday was a week long,
This is like in
But
the
it's
last.
not.
This is like in the last
Christmas
podcast
is
with my
longer.
up with doggies.
Are you saying
Yes.
you got to say Christmas Day or birthday?
all right, okay, you just
Because Christmas is a long period.
You boys are really, really hard here. Okay.
Man's got a point.
Shut up. All right. A week-long birthday.
Who has a week-long
birthday, or
We aren't the damn Kim Kardashians.
or the 3
over here.
days of Christmas.
That's not even
Christmas Eve,
That's not even
Christmas,
fair.
and Boxing Day.
That's not fair.
Why not? I'd still choose Christmas. You got that whole build-up.
You should really go from Christmas Day to New Year's Eve or your day or birthday for a week.
Why New Year's Eve?
Because then you get that whole.
You don't even get New Year's.
You just missed out Christmas and
New Year's. Sorry, whatever. Well, if you're at New Year's Eve, you're basically at New Year's Day. So
I don't even know what this question is now.
wait. So you boys won't go for a week-long birthday over like a 3-day Christmas?
I feel like Christmas you're happier because birthday you're older, you're closer to death, and you're just celebrating it.
Yeah, but Christmas is pretty close to my birthday anyway.
No, I was going to say Rob's kind of almost got it.
You're just buggered.
So you both go in Christmas then. There's no if, buts, and
Yes,
Okay.
it's the whole family
Alright.
thing, isn't it?
Question number 4. This is another Christmas-related one. On Christmas Day, are you the turkey dude? Or are you the ham dude? What do you most prefer?
Well, you can't just give turkey and ham because other people eat other things.
You have to do both.
You boys have really.
You've got to say, what meat are you eating? These questions are terrible.
No,
These are some
I'm
terrible
saying, what do you prefer
These
on
are
Christmas?
some dyslexic questions.
I want both Twitch and YouTube to notice that you two are being difficult right now. You know exactly what I'm saying.
Can I just say, have you gone from a Christmas without turkey?
I'm saying, what do you most prefer? Because you're the
meat?
prefer one.
What meat?
Yeah,
Thank you.
turkey or the ham.
No. What meat do I prefer?
I said that. What do you prefer, turkey or the ham?
No. Some people have fish, mate.
The question, I know, we're all family here. I know that we ain't ever having fish on Christmas Day, okay? Because I'm the one that's usually cooking it. And we usually cook a turkey and a ham, right? The ham, by the way,
Why
chat,
can't we just
is
have
honey
both?
roasted ham.
I think I'd probably go for the duck roasted potatoes.
Okay. Ben?
I think I would go for the banoffee pie right afterwards.
Oh, mate.
No one's going to go for the
That's pretty
Asti?
good, isn't it?
No one's going for the bottle of Asti? Nothing like that? Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
Ben
I
doesn't
don't,
like Asti.
I don't
Ben,
like
yeah,
Asti.
you don't like any kind of alcohol other than cider. We realised that last
I
week.
like wine.
Or the
Yeah.
stocking full of chocolate.
Or the stock. Okay.
Oh, that is a pretty good meal, that.
If you had to take a guess, Ben, on how long, I'm going to do Ben and then Rob. So Ben.
You just pointed at
No,
Rob saying Ben.
yeah. So we're going to do Rob now. How long until the stocking on Christmas Day is empty, Rob's stocking? An hour after he gets it? 2 hours? 3 hours?
Usually a week.
A week?
You kind of save your stuff.
Yeah. It doesn't last a day.
So what do you reckon?
A week. I said it.
A week?
A week.
Yeah,
for
don't go
Rob.
for- 3 in a day.
No, I'll say 3 days. 3 days.
And he actually eats the fruit as well, which really surprises me.
I think he's the only person.
Orange, mate.
Because I
He's
leave,
a fat orange though,
I
isn't it, every
leave the
Christmas.
fruit always, and you generally eat it.
What about you, Rob?
It's fruit, isn't it?
What about Ben?
About 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
If he was a better man, 3 hours?
Yeah.
I'd say less than that. I remember last year you demolished it within like 2 hours. It was less than 2
I
hours.
was a hungry man.
It was
Your
all
cooking
gone.
took too long.
It did take too long.
Oh man, you can't please some people. All right, question number 5.
Is it a good one?
Yeah. Nike or Adidas?
This is a shit one.
It's not a shit one. Just answer the question.
What
Nike
would it cost?
or Adidas? No. The question is Nike or Adidas. You
but
can't
what
start
about-
adding in, boys. What are you doing here? You're killing my segment. Nike or Adidas?
No Hera.
Nothing.
No Gucci.
Nothing. Nike or Adidas?
Just Nike or Adidas.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Yeah, Adidas be on fleek though at the moment, man.
I don't know, they're both the same, mate.
They are kind
I'll
of.
just go Adidas just to,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll borrow some of your stuff, you borrow some
Yeah,
of mine.
simples.
50-50, yeah.
All right. Question number 6. You can't live in this era. Okay. What other era are you picking to live in?
Why am I not allowed to live in this era?
Because it's
The Jurassic.
just you want to be the only man against dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you ain't lasting 5 minutes.
I read
I'll
that.
have a pet Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I'd rather have pet raptor. It understands you more and it won't eat you when it's older.
Right.
So you're saying that a velociraptor won't eat you? Is that what you're
Look at Chris Pratt.
That's a film. So you're actually going to say the Jurassic period?
You said not this era, so...
Well, you could go like the Victorian era.
Why would I want to get that?
You could say the Vikings, Rome,
Greek play with the dinosaurs.
Sparta.
Okay.
Egypt.
I want to play with the dinosaurs.
Okay, you ain't lasting 5 minutes.
I'm going the Star Wars era.
So you're going about...
You said any era.
You're going about like 4,000 to 5,000 years in the future.
You said any era. Okay. Going the Star Wars era.
You're a bit mad.
This is truly the most dyslexic podcast on the planet. Okay.
These are...
That's question number 6. Question number 7. Orange juice. Bits or no bits?
Bits.
No bits.
No bits? Really?
No bits.
I'm a bits dude. I like the bits. I've got one right
Why
here.
don't you
It's
want
got
bits?
You know, it's just... You know, sometimes you want to have a cold orange juice, drink it smoothly, you don't want to drink it and then you start feeling these bits in your mouth.
You're not eating eggs. Well, you don't,
It's just orange. It's just bits of orange.
It is what it is. I don't like it.
That's a strange...
Do you eat an orange?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm bits all the way. Like,
but why?
More filling.
It's not only that; it kind of makes you feel like you're actually drinking an actual fresh orange.
Orange.
Yeah, it's like you're like, okay, this dude is fresh right
But
here.
it is
I'm
more
drinking
filling.
this.
Okay.
There must be more nutrients in it as well, right?
But you get an extra orange in it.
That's what I'm saying. Is double orange juice, man. Not going to persuade you on that one, are we, Ben? All right. Question number 8.
Is it a good one?
Yeah. You get to choose this, okay?
Okay.
And I don't want you to do the same answer if I'm being completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want an exact age. All right. An exact age. When do you boys want to tap out and say, I'm good? What age do you reckon you want, like, what's a good age to be at for you personally? Like, I heard Nick Merck say today, Nick Merck's like, I don't want to live anything past 70. He said, 70, I'm good. I've seen everything I need to see. I want to go. And it kind of got me thinking, what kind of age are you looking at in terms of, like, if I get to this age, that's good for me.
90.
90?
I want to see my grandchildren.
That's high.
At 90?
Well, and their children there.
When are you getting married? When
When are you having kids, mate?
you're having kids at like 60?
And my grandchildren.
Why
Grandchildren then.
You're going to see them way before 90,
I want to
Maybe
see.
see your great
Depends on my
grandchildren,
child, doesn't it? I can't control when my child has a flipping child. Can I?
They'll be having it like...
15? If you're staying in Plymouth.
Mad. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, so you're saying 90. Dude, 90's old, man. That's some...
Yeah, you're crippled, mate.
That's some age
No,
right
you're
there.
not. Look at most of the guests we have.
Ben,
They're all above 90.
Ben, I heard you standing up a minute ago. You went there, you did this, you went, when you stood up.
Every time you take a step, your ankle like disintegrates.
You're 18.
They just did it right there.
It's disgusting.
You got 70 more years
Yeah.
of breaking down. You're going to grow your hair for 70 years. Don't cut it
now
out.
for another 70 years.
That's good, too.
So you're saying 90? I do. That's a bit old for me. What about you, Ryan?
Tomorrow?
Are you like a 60 dude? Are you like a 75, 85?
Yeah.
I think 85 is quite cool.
Yeah, around
What's
70,
the difference from 85 to 90?
Then 5 years. Hey, a lot can happen in 5 years, bro. Especially when at that age.
That's 10 more years, mate.
80 to 85, yeah. Anywhere in that bracket.
Oh, you said 85 to 90. I was about to
That's
say
5 more years. That's still a long time.
At that age, yeah.
That's some good 5 years of gaming for me.
You ain't gaming, are you?
Who said
You'll
that?
be surprised, actually. There's a dude on Twitch that does that.
Why can't I?
He's got a lot of followers as well, bro.
Why can't I?
He gets like 4,000 views per time.
Why are you discriminating age?
I'm not.
No,
Sounds like
I think Rob's specifically saying you're not going to do that.
Why not?
I don't think any of us are making past 90 if I'm being completely honest here.
Why not?
I feel like the Fallon family have bad age genetics. I think we're all gonna, about 80 is probably the limit for us. Yeah. I reckon.
That's a shame.
Well, it is what it is, Rob. It is what it is. Yeah. Right, question number 9.
Ben, mate, you lost out in 10 years.
Yeah, that's 10 years of gaming, mate.
That is 10 years of gaming wasted. I better get to it.
Question number 9. This is a would you rather. Would you rather scream every time you talk?
Right. I would.
You do that anyway.
No, as in at the
full
top.
pitch.
He still kind of does that.
Screaming everything. You can't have a soft word ever. Okay?
That'd be pretty fun, actually.
So when you're in the movies, when you're in a job interview, you won't have to get a job because you'll be screaming the whole time, right? Or, on the flip side, you have a condition where you have to just sprint everywhere. You can't stop sprinting. So when you go to the toilet, you're in a full flat out sprint. When you're walking with your girlfriend, you're in a full flat out sprint. If you're going to the shops, you're sprinting through the supermarket.
Yeah, but you'd be holding on.
Because you can't hold a relationship.
Dragging around the shop. I'm sprinting everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sprinting.
I think, you know what? I'd probably end up shouting.
Nah,
but I'd have like a gag thing. You know when you're like that? You can't sprint everywhere.
Stuff.
Mate, from literally going from the sink to the hob, you'd have to sprint it.
Yeah.
Get a cup.
And then sprint back. How are you?
Everything's so fast.
How are you going to take a drink of water to your
sprint
to your room?
you got to sprint with a plate.
I'm sucking at all you can eat, mate.
You couldn't do it.
I think we should do that.
You'd be the fastest waiter of all time.
I think we need to do that as a YouTube video.
You got to sprint everywhere.
Sprint everywhere as a YouTube video.
There's a guy that does that, you know.
Yeah, but that's a TikTok thing.
Yeah. So what are you choosing? Are you choosing the shouting at the top of your lungs?
Sprinting.
You're choosing the sprinting.
Yeah.
Sprinting.
You can't have a relationship with that.
Keep up.
Wanna go for a walk? Yeah, babe. I'll see you in 10.
Why can't you? You can be on the bike.
Mate, your cardio would be impressive, though.
I'd go into the Olympics.
Yeah. You would just sprint a marathon, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you both choose sprinting.
It's not like you could stop because you can't walk, so you're just in sprint.
You know in the marathon where you stop and you just slow run.
You can't.
You can't because you're sprinting.
Drink water. You have to do that at full sprint.
You're sprinting, yeah.
No, because you stop.
No, because you stop.
No, because basically when you sprint, your arms do this, right? So you'll have water in your hand and just splashing it.
No, you can still sprint with your arms.
Yeah.
Can you though?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just did it.
You know what? I really want to. I want to do kind of a video of you two kind of sprinting on outside here with a bottle of water in your hand, sprinting to see if you can drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be quite funny. So do that. Anyway, yeah. So that's this week's. I was just a random side note right there.
I wanted to make a YouTube video where we just have to sprint everywhere. And we got to dare each other where we go. Yeah. Like, I dare Rob, he has to go and get chicken burger from McDonald's.
You'd be sprinting as well to film it.
Yeah.
But you know, like...
No, the person filming doesn't have to sprint, you actually have to get good footage.
It'd be funny at the top of the town.
You'd have to, though.
No, you do it separate days.
No, you'd have to sprint because you'd have to sprint in with me going in because I'm moving fast. You're not just going to do it in front of you.
No. I would tell you to wait outside and I'll get a good angle inside.
Oh, just me pegging it in.
Just you pegging it in.
And you've got to stop at certain stations at the moment. So that'd be even more funny because you're going from a dead sprint into a stop at 2 meters.
And then
a sprint for 2 meters again.
You got to sprint to where you just go stand and wait for the burger. And
then you got to sprint towards
to get the burger.
And sprint out.
And then just pick up, say thank you, and just go.
You just sprint out and you just keep going up the street.
That'd be pretty funny, actually.
I reckon that.
So you're honestly choosing sprint over shout.
I reckon that would make it. Actually, that's gonna be.
You're halfway there to shout anyway, and so am I. So I don't know why you.
So I've got sprint and shout. I've got both.
You got both. That's basically undateable, right there.
Why is that?
You're sprinting everywhere you go, and you're shouting at the top of your lungs.
Dude, it's 2020.
Just find someone that sprints and shouts everywhere.
You have to try and probably go somewhere who's partially deaf.
8 miles per hour.
Then
You
literally
can
you
keep
have a
up.
reason to shout.
Or in a wheelchair, you just push.
In the front. That's a good point, actually. That might be TOS right there. Jesus. Anyway, so that is this week's quick fire questions that aren't that quick. Okay? Oh my
imagine the guy.
God.
On and off a day in life.
That's something I don't want to see. Alright. So I actually saw something on the news today on my Twitter.
On the Twitter.
On the Twitter sphere. And it says, and I kind of, this was quite funny when I read it, right?
Oh, that was good.
So British Airways,
Yeah.
right? They're in trouble.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah.
I saw they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No, they're in trouble.
No, not financially.
They're in trouble, man. They, British Airways, they publicly wished England rugby team good luck against Wales. So now all the Welsh are kicking off against British Airways because, well, Wales is a part of Britain. So Wales have gone absolutely
We
in.
figured out that British Airways is also a dyslexic company.
They're just
sure
as
that's not
dyslexic
just us
and
running
unprofessional as us.
As us.
So they're out here wishing Wales.
Who's making that tweet though? Sure,
I don't know if it was a tweet. Was it a
What would be
tweet?
their
But surely there's multiple of them, not just one person.
Oh, the dude that runs that Twitter account,
No.
he's getting fired, right?
You would have had someone tell him to.
No, he's losing his job. They'll dwindle it
Why
down.
would you lose your job over that?
Think how many customers they just lost. That's the society we live in right now, right? If you annoy someone, in this case, the whole of Wales.
What's that, Wales?
Mate, I saw it today. I was scrolling through on Twitter, and it's just like the whole of Wales are pissed. I was just like, really?
Mate.
Like over that? So someone's losing their job, right?
No.
They're going to blame someone, right? And they're going to
Lose
try
your
and
job
just get
for
out of
that?
it.
They would. Nowadays they would.
They would.
Why?
But they wouldn't even like, even if the guy was like
They don't even
told to tweet it, even he would still lose his job, even though if he was told to tweet it,
Yeah,
because that's just someone to blame, innit?
definitely. They'll blame him and then say, oh, it was him, it was my, it was.
Do you know what? I really don't like people.
It's mad though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did find it quite funny. When I was reading the article, I was actually laughing to myself because I was like, this is ridiculous. Like society nowadays, it's got so out of hand. I mean, like, yeah, all right, British Airways, but why are we kicking off? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't.
Aren't they already in trouble?
Even if they said the opposite way around to the Welsh, I'm like, oh.
okay, it's not going to stop me from flying on British Airways.
No.
It's the best British airline we have. It's not like I'm going to go, okay, fine, from now on I'm going to fly Thomas...
EasyJet.
EasyJet. I think they've gone as well, haven't they?
Mm.
I don't even know what airlines are. I think that's the only airline we have.
Virgin? Do we have Virgin?
Actually, they were going down as well. I don't even know anymore. I mean, the airline industry is in shambles. But what? Don't piss off. Don't piss off.
People are in
Airways.
shambles, mate.
They should change their name to English Airways.
I think
I think they need to now.
I think
It's the only option.
Yeah.
English and
That's
Scottish.
their next move.
English and Scottish Airways.
I think nowadays people are just finding an excuse just to cause an argument.
Oh, they don't know Kevin
Yeah.
Hart.
It's because it's right there on the in the
it's
hand,
just-
mate.
yeah.
They say what they want.
Yeah.
So
It's easy.
So Kevin Hart, I saw it on Facebook. You know, Lad Bible do all that kind of like all that
Yeah.
publicity stuff and kind
What
of,
about his new?
his new Netflix special? Which
Wait,
is
was
called,
there was a joke in there?
Yeah. I've watched it. It's called Zero Fucks Given. Okay, and it's literally throughout the whole thing. He's saying, "I don't give a fuck. I'm in my own house. I can say what I want. This is comedy. This is jokes. This is what comedy's supposed to be like. This is what it used to be like when you could say stuff as a joke and people wouldn't get offended." One of the jokes was he called his daughter a hoe, or she had hoe-like tendencies, or whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
Which, when I was watching it, man, I have to admit, I laughed at the joke, right?
It's really good actually.
It was a good joke when he said it. He delivered it perfectly.
Right.
Everyone in the crowd was laughing.
The whole program
Right.
really good.
Yeah, I think it's just shy of an hour,
Yeah.
and it's a really good laugh. If anyone wants to watch it, anyone
I
can
thought
shout at YouTube.
was it that one?
Yeah, Zero Fox Given.
I thought that joke. I thought it'd be the one where
No, it's his hoe.
the guy doesn't have an arm.
I know. With the sign. I don't want to give it all away, but honestly, if you have a spare hour and you don't know what to watch, then like you're on Netflix
Give it a watch.
Give it a watch. It's a good laugh. It's a good laugh. But like they've been kicking off about
Call his daughter a hoe.
About him calling his daughter a hoe, and all these people now coming out saying, "Oh, you shouldn't do that. It's against women. It's this and that and that." And I'm just sitting there like,
I swear you said it in there. It's my daughter. Is that what I want?
"It's my daughter. These are just jokes. Zero fucks given."
The title is literally Zero Fucks Given.
I know, dude. I don't know where it's going right now, but it's like I just don't get any of it. I'm just looking at it like, dude. First of all, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go and have a look at someone who you think should be back, go and have a look at Ricky Gervais' stand-up. I haven't seen nothing about Ricky Gervais.
Or
right?
What's the other guy?
Bill Burr. Jesus Christ, he's bad. in terms of saying, I mean, Dave Chappelle, the king of comedy, man.
Also stuff like Lee Evans as well. He said some bad stuff for comedic jokes.
Yeah. But I don't know.
It's just a joke.
Oh, Frankie Boyle.
It's just because it's Kevin Hart. Yeah. He's the biggest one.
I mean, Frankie Boyle should. If we're gonna have a go at Kevin Hart, Frankie Boyle shouldn't even be on the TV.
It's because it's Kevin Hart. He's the biggest one, so they go and target him.
It's the easiest target probably because of its history.
Well, it's just people.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Did you watch the Netflix special? Then
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I enjoyed it.
I think it was sick how he actually had it. He's in his house. So he had like all the furniture and stuff. But, and dude, honestly, you need to watch it. It's so good.
I want to see a Dwayne Johnson stand up. I reckon that'd be pretty funny.
He's not a comedian.
Yeah, I know, but no, it's Will Smith, and he made a pretty good one.
I think
yeah, but it's Will Smith.
you have to train. I mean, you have to train for years and years and years to do stand up like that. At the level that they can do it, because it's all about timing. Like judging the room, understanding the jokes, getting the jokes just right. But I saw a thing with like Ricky when he was doing the Golden Globes. He had to have a lawyer look over his jokes.
Really?
Yeah. So that they're bulletproof. He made a joke. He I think it was, I don't know.
That's the way the world's gone now. You've got to get a lawyer to look at your jokes.
Someone in Twitch or YouTube might have better facts, but like I think it was like 2017 Golden Globes.
People just get butter way too much.
It was a joke about Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, is she trying to sue him?
She went in on the whole transphobia thing and stuff like that, and Ricky was like, "Well, these have been looked over by." If you actually look into the joke and actually how I worded it perfectly. There's no grey area within the joke at all. This is how the joke is set out. It's not transphobic. This meant this. This meant this. That meant that. This was the follow through to this. And like he would take you, and he actually explained it on a podcast, and he was talking about how he actually explains the joke and how one joke in a 2-hour show
going to cause that though
is written. And he said it takes half an hour. Like it takes half an hour to explain one joke. So that's how like in depth like comedians actually go into writing jokes and actually making stand-up sets.
Yeah, it's got to be smart. It's got to have other meanings, but
yeah,
people
man.
Just
imagine like, and I think it was one of the jokes was about how how Caitlyn Jenner hit someone in her car. And
is this anything against TOS on Twitch?
Actually, I might say it actually, yeah. I mean, if it's good enough for the Golden Globe, surely it's good enough for Twitch.
I don't know.
Actually, we'll leave it there because it might not be, and I don't know the rules for TOS on Twitch. But if you want to have a laugh as well, watch the Golden Globes highlights from Ricky Gervais. That's another good laugh on YouTube. Honestly, go and watch that. So you've got about an hour's worth of Ricky Gervais just ripping into celebrities over about an hour period. It's great.
Just that anyway, don't we?
Yeah.
That's a usual Tuesday.
That's how 2020's going, man. It's
crazy. Do you know what? That was happening in 2020 though. Mike Tyson is getting back in the ring.
Oh yeah.
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah.
What time?
Well, it's in America. In the Staples Center, so maybe like 4 a.m. for us.
Tonight?
I think.
I ain't watching that.
Well, you have to pay for it as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to get that for free.
Unless
you can find a dodgy website.
Oh, I'm good at that. I can find one.
But 4 a.m, I was asleep, mate. Yeah, he's fighting tonight. And then there's like a few on the undercards. You got Jake Paul fighting on the undercard.
Didn't they say that there's no winner either?
No, there's no knockout.
But there's no knockout.
Yeah, they're not allowed to knock each other out.
I don't know what that means.
They can't knock each other out. That's what that means.
But I mean, Mike Tyson comes out with a flying overhand right.
Well, obviously there's no headshots then, I'm guessing. Apart from maybe jabs, but there's nothing like devastating to the head.
Are they wearing headgear then, or?
No, I don't think so. They're professional boxers.
There's no...
Mike Tyson's a
headgear's in the amateur, so I don't think...
Yeah, but if there's no knockouts, so if there's
you
no
can't
headshots...
go for headshots.
I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work.
Unless they just don't count.
How can you do boxing and not go for headshots? I mean,
Unless
you
they
go for
don't
body
You can
shots.
go jabs.
Unless they just don't
The
count
jab ain't
points
gonna knock-
to a
Are you going to
knockout.
trust Mike Tyson to stick to that?
Well, he has to. Or just get disqualified.
Loses it.
whether or not he loses his foot.
Is it? I think it might be a prohibition. What do you
It's
call it?
prohibition for him, isn't it?
Yeah, it's alright.
I don't. Okay.
That doesn't make sense
This
to
is
me.
going to be the biggest pay-per-view.
You reckon?
That's what they're saying. It's on track to be the biggest pay-per-view.
What,
pay-per-view
over-
ever?
Mind you, I mean, you're talking about Mike Tyson. Here.
Yeah.
Iron Mike. You're talking about the guy that bit off Evander Holyfield's ear. You're talking about,
Yeah.
you know, the
It was just
absolute.
like Tyson, mate. Just getting back in the ring. Everyone
Mate,
can
his
try and
combo,
watch it.
bro. Dude, man. Who do you reckon he's going to win? How old is he? He's
Well,
like
he can't.
56. Well, no, but like, no. Well, you say
It won't be a knockout.
Hey,
It'd be
all
a
he's got to do is crack that dude in the ribs twice.
it'd be a
and that dude's-
TKO,
Yeah,
which is just like a rib shot or
a
something.
rib shot. Couple of rib shots, couple of spinning shots.
But
Boom.
he's known for body shots, so
Yeah. He does that little combo, mate, where he goes
Yeah.
from the side and then goes uppercut with the same hand.
he just can't do the uppercut. He's just got to put more.
Well, just do two sides then, mate.
Yeah.
Have you seen his training? What he's been doing with the training?
No, apparently he hasn't actually. He's like relaxed it off.
So, apparently one of the rules is if either of the fighters get a bad cut, the fight will be
fight
stopped.
ends, yeah.
The fight stops. And anyway, there's no official winner, apparently.
So I think it's just a warm-up fight then to get him back into it. But I mean, isn't he like 56?
It won't be a warm-up fight. You're not going to keep fighting.
No, I was saying like it's a warm-up fight, as in like there's no winner, so it's just a warm-up for Tyson basically. It's like just getting him back into the ring.
Most
It's just a
likely.
paycheck fight basically.
Yeah, it's just paycheck.
Most
Jesus
likely.
Christ! So you're telling me that
I'm getting the ring.
You're telling me
if I can get paid for it,
that
for mine.
KSI and Logan Paul had better boxing rules than Mike Tyson does right now.
That's because he's 50 odd.
But he wants to get back into the ring properly, though. This ain't going to be his one and only
No,
fight.
it ain't. He couldn't go up against AJ, mate. Who's he fighting?
Hey, all I've heard from Mike saying
Has
he
he-
wants to get back into
if
boxing.
he gets hit on by AJ, that's it. He's
Has he
done.
said anything to do with the rules, if he likes it or not?
I don't know.
They're fighting, so I'm guessing they're fine with it.
He's fighting for the page.
Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. Otherwise,
Well, he doesn't have to be fine with it to do it.
Are you okay? Here's a question. You got like 2 years to train. You taking that fight?
how much am I getting?
I don't know, but are you taking a punch to the ribs from Mike Tyson?
It depends how much I'm getting.
No, you can't give him 2 years. Because if you're comparing it to
2
AJ,
years, you can get quite a decent amount of boxing skill.
you
from
can, but like you said, taking a punch from AJ.
I'm not saying AJ. I'm saying I'm giving Rob 2 years. Is he taking that fight?
I'm asking how much am I going to get?
5 mil?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't have no mil at the minute, mate.
Yeah, I know,
So a
but
punch
like,
to the ribs, I'm taking 5 mil home.
I'm TKOing straight off, mate. Straight off the bat, one punch.
I'll still try and give it as much as I can to him as well. I'll put up a
I
fight.
don't want to piss off Mike Tyson though, you know. if I come over with an overhand right,
I might lose like half an ear.
I clock him in the jaw, and he fucking full on takes it, and then he just, you know, in the Hulk, he looks back at you, and you just see rage in his eyes,
Yeah.
and now he's going for you, and you're in the ring with Mike Tyson.
He's a 50-year-old man now, though.
Have you seen the videos?
You've seen his form?
Yeah, just stay away from that, mate.
Mate,
How you meant to stay away with that in a boxing
mate,
fight?
I saw one of the videos right of him training where he was doing this punch right, and he was punching the pad with power, and then he came over for an overhand right, and the connection. No amount of money. I'm not hitting. No.
Why? 5 mil.
You ain't waking up.
He's not hitting me on the head.
Yeah. Not allowed to.
He's going to break your ribs, though.
All right. I get 5 mil.
5 mil, repair him.
Really? You're actually going to take that for 5 mil?
Yeah.
You tell me
You
what?
just said I've got
You
no
tell
mil.
me
no,
what?
no.
You're taking
okay.
that for 5 mil.
I don't know, because that's going to really hurt. That's going to really, really hurt. I don't know.
Only for a short amount of
Yeah, no, I was
time. You
gonna
know,
say,
like a
penny.
few days.
How much do you reckon
Penny's only
again?
temporary,
How much do you reckon
mate.
again if you had to like?
The box office, if it's the most paid,
I'm having a
they'll
look,
be
I'm having a
getting
Well, how much did Logan and KSI get?
a lot. Couple mil.
What money?
More money than what I have right now.
How much they getting for the Mike Tyson fight? Mike Tyson is set to make 10 million. Roy Jones Jr. will make around 3 million with at least 1 million guaranteed to Dan. Okay, so that's probably his. Okay.
What do you
3
want?
million.
Yeah.
But that's dollars, so like 2.6-ish million pounds.
What do
Isn't
you
half of that
think?
goes straight to tax though, isn't it?
Just prize winnings. I don't know how they're
I don't know how that works. But hey, I don't honestly. If someone came up to me tomorrow and was like, "Hey, right, Mike Tyson wants to fight you
For
for
3 million.
for 3 million," I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna think about that hard. I'm not gonna be like, "Yep," straight away. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, yo, I need 24 hours."
you got Eddie Hall and Thingy fighting for like a mil.
You getting hit by Eddie Hall?
Are you going to be watching
No,
that?
that'd be worse. I don't know why he made that face, mate.
I don't know.
How much does Eddie Hall's arm weigh, right? Coming at you, and you've seen him.
It's
And
all about
Eddie
form, though,
Hall
man.
has some good
Have
technique.
you seen the plans? He got a mate to wear the
Mike Tyson,
body pad
Mike
on.
Tyson can do the same thing.
Got a mate to
I
put
don't
the
go
body
Irish,
pad
don't
on.
you hear that?
Hit the pad, and the dude started bleeding out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, coughing up
Yeah,
blood.
the thing with Eddie Hall, that he's got really good technique.
He's got
Who
good
do
technique.
you think can win in
He
that
weighs
fight?
a lot.
For me, it's an obvious answer. Who's winning that fight for
Who, Thor
Eddie
and,
Hall?
Eddie?
Eddie Hall.
It depends. It depends on how much Thor wants to train.
They're both training hard from the looks of it.
They are, but I still think Eddie Hall has got a lot better technique. And he's got that swimmer background where he's just going to train as much as he can possibly do to win that fight.
Right.
Where Thor
But
has that.
KSI didn't have any technique on the fight day.
Yeah, it's all about will. It's all about will. Mate, what do you think? Andy, how the hell do you think Andy Ruiz won, mate?
He has that athlete will as well.
Andrew Ruiz was fat and small,
So just
and he beat Anthony Joshua. It's all
Thing
about
is
the
with
will,
Eddie
mate.
Hall, though, he has a reputation to keep, like KSA did. He's been talking so much crap. Thor hasn't been talking as much crap as Eddie Hall. So if Eddie Hall loses, he's going to be looking like that one who trash talks all the time, but ends up just getting his ass kicked.
Or he's just trying to sell the fight,
yeah, it's just selling the fight.
Either way,
and it's worked. I mean,
don't
that
know.
fight's in Vegas, isn't
I
it?
don't know. At any heavyweight stage, is one punch can change it.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see. I couldn't tell you unless I actually saw
It'd
footage.
be a dangerous fight though.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
not even wearing head guard. It's a bit crazy.
yeah, someone's getting hurt.
Yeah.
Someone's getting hurt. I think.
Their arms are like twice the size of AJ's. So imagine that coming at you at full speed.
I
Like a sledgehammer.
think boxing wise, I think it's actually. I think one of the reasons why AJ got a little bit shook back, and obviously Mike Tyson used it to his advantage, is I think smaller people, like if you're going to go against a taller person, it's actually a slight advantage to be a little bit smaller, because at least you're aiming, like you've still got power going up, whereas if you're like flowing down, you're not actually as powerful. So
Jabs are easy though.
yeah, your jabs are easier, yeah, but like in terms of your actual
Body shots are harder.
full force hit, yeah. So
what's the height comparison of them two? What's the height?
Thor's 6'8",
Eddie Hall's 6'1",
and
6'2".
Elliot Paul's 6'1".
6'1".
It's quite a big difference.
That is quite a big difference.
Reach is big difference as well. I mean, reach alone, you're probably talking about 4 or 5 inches of
Yeah.
reach. Weight category as well.
Ruiz did it to AJ, so
Dude, that is a bad fight. I don't want to.
yeah, I'm just worried more about literally the power of the punches come out.
Yeah, and what do you think about Logan Hall versus
Mayweather.
Logan Paul
versus Floyd Mayweather. Do you see the video he made about Floyd Mayweather, where he had Floyd Mayweather on the?
I don't know how they would do that because, yeah, it is a money fight, yeah, but
they're not in the same weight category.
They're not, yeah.
So Boy's fucking a massive.
Mayweather's not going to go up. But Logan will have to go down, and he would have to go down to like.
He'd have to get really, really skinny for that.
Like ridiculously skinny.
And by the looks of him at the moment, he's not.
No, he is a lot thinner than.
He is a lot thinner, but
yeah, but you're talking about a lot thinner. The only way it would work is if you'd have to meet somewhere in the middle. But then, how the hell is Mayweather going to be impacted in terms of his movement at his age? To be honest, I wouldn't take that fight if I was Mayweather. One reason, I don't particularly need to.
Again, that's a. How'd you say the word? Prohibition?
Prohibition fight, yeah.
It'd be that. It's not a pro fight.
Yeah.
But they'd be able to hit each other, but they won't actually
again,
count as a.
I don't think that works out in Mayweather's favour.
Why?
Because Mayweather isn't.
Get in the ring. He's not going to lose a number.
No, but listen, Mayweather isn't a body. He isn't a body. He doesn't lose an. All right, he doesn't lose a.
But he gains numbers, mate. He just gains. No.
He doesn't lose the official number. But if he loses to someone like Logan Paul, people will look at him and go, "How is he the greatest boxer of all time?" If he lost to someone like Logan Paul,
well, they'll go. He's.
That won't matter. That won't matter. He won't be able to. A lot of people do. 50,
if you put him in the same ring as AJ,
no, because it's different weight categories.
Different weight categories, but if you lose to someone like Logan Paul
all the time, surely you're putting him in all.
This is what I'm saying.
In most categories,
it would affect him if he lost.
Comparing best technique and everything makes him the best boxer of all time.
To be fair, I mean, it was close with McGregor. I mean, Conor almost got him. I'm not gonna lie. If the ref hadn't stepped in and that first stoppage, Conor would have won that stuff. So, I mean, he's not in my opinion, he's not the greatest boxer of all time.
People are still forgetting about Muhammad Ali. How can you say he's better than that guy? If you've seen the footage of that guy boxing, it is insane compared to what most people can do.
Because you probably haven't seen all the footage of Mayweather.
Yeah, you got to compare it all. But I mean, even to me though, like, at least if Logan Paul got into the ring with Muhammad Ali, that's not a question.
We're both heavyweights.
It doesn't matter.
Difference.
It doesn't matter. If you've got Logan Paul that's coming down in weight class, and if he actually manages to stay with Mayweather and actually put up a show, and if not, beat him in a way that you might not be able to win.
I don't know, because
how the hell can you be the greatest boxer of all time if you get beaten by someone who's only been professional, not even professional?
Ali wouldn't do that great against modern boxers because the training's better.
Okay, now I'm going to dip out of this conversation right here because this is a conversation where I completely disagree with, and
training's actually, more advanced,
and all the other boxers would agree with me in this as well. Because you say training is more advanced, but there hasn't been a single heavyweight boxer with all the gym equipment, with all the knowledge, with all the supplements, with all the heavy technical stuff that can move as well as Ali can. Not one can do it.
He wasn't the heaviest heavyweight, mate.
But yeah, he beat all the heavyweights at the time.
Right. But if you look back, they're not like today's heavyweights.
When you've got, I completely disagree there. I completely disagree.
Look back. Not then. He wouldn't stand a chance in today's.
So you're saying that Muhammad Ali's competition was worse or less good than AJ's competition? Because you are having me on.
We'll just put Muhammad Ali in a boxing ring with AJ. Who's won that?
Muhammad Ali. Easily.
The thing is,
he got beat by a fat man and he almost got beat by Klitschko, who was 40.
Right, so Ruiz is powerful as hell.
And Muhammad Ali is powerful as hell and quicker than all of them
Klitschko
combined.
Was one of the best heavyweight boxers of all time.
Where do you think Tyson Fury gets his technique from? Muhammad Ali.
When you listen to Mike Tyson,
Mike Tyson doesn't knock anyone out.
Everyone who's
Tyson Fury doesn't knock anyone out.
Yeah, Tyson Fury didn't, but Muhammad Ali did.
Copied.
But Muhammad Ali did knock people out, and he was that fast. No, there's no about it. He beat all the best heavyweights all the time.
I'm also going off what Mike Tyson said, where he said, if I'm in my prime, I don't know who will win, me or Ali.
Tyson.
Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali has got
that prime.
He doesn't know.
Against Ali.
Ali in his prime as well.
Tyson.
No.
You just
He
look at the
doesn't
fight.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but how can you
There's
look at
that-
the fight? Can the
There's that
technology
classic.
back then to hit
There was that classic
technology?
time, right? Rumble in the Jungle, where Muhammad Ali is on the ropes, and George Foreman talks about it to this day, right? And George Foreman is plowing into him, giving everything he's got. George Foreman at the time was the
But
heaviest,
when you look back at that,
the
you
most
look at-
hard-hitting
you look-
person.
When you look back at that, you just look at the boxer trying to hit the dude. Like, what are you doing? Once
No.
you figured out one or two punches ain't hitting, you drop back.
No. As in, Muhammad Ali's on the ropes, getting hit.
This should.
And George Foreman is putting everything into his body, everything he can. Muhammad Ali holds on to him and goes, "That's the best you got."
But he's not hitting his body. He's hitting his arms.
He's hitting his body. Go back and have a look at the fight.
Good, but he's not.
Rob, I'm not going to have this argument with you on air.
Go back.
Muhammad Ali's winning. It's 2-1. You're dead
Are
with
we
this.
able to get this Photoshop?
I don't know if you can.
You wouldn't be able to get up on there.
I want you to get up and
No, not for them, but you can do it for YouTube. You can just edit it on for YouTube. They can just.
I mean, I could. I don't know if that'd be copyrighted though. YouTube wise, I mean, some of the footage could be classified as copyright. But if we can, there might be a small footage of Muhammad Ali doing certain movements underneath below his little montage that you can look up online. But like, every single boxer on the planet.
I would
heavyweight
say every
division.
time if you asked a few, so like, yeah, I asked Floyd Mayweather, he would say he'd beat the crap out of him.
Floyd Mayweather wouldn't say he beat the hell out of Muhammad Ali.
No, him, he probably would with the stuff he said.
No, I'm talking about heavyweights though. AJ would say Muhammad Ali, and AJ has said Muhammad Ali before.
I think.
Tyson Fury would say Muhammad Ali. Iron Mike says Muhammad Ali. Klitschko would
There's
say Muhammad
more. There's
Ali.
more to fighting than there is now than there is back then. As in like
Nah,
techniques. And
it's always been the same. It's always been man to man. Once you're in the ring, it's always been man to man. How many hits can you take before you go
like
down?
all
Obviously-
sports, it advances, so there's more
And,
tactics.
and
to
look
everything.
what he would be now on all the supplements, all the training.
Back then, it's just get in here. Now
You
it's
couldn't
a
hit
lot
him.
more technical.
You couldn't hit him.
Obviously, if you go from form,
But
yeah,
don't you,
form,
right?
You get AJ in
But
round
you get
9,
someone
10.
who's
He's done.
smart. Wouldn't go in
Who?
for that fight for the punches like that.
Who?
AJ wouldn't just go if
He
AJ
got beat
wouldn't
by
get him-
Ruiz.
Dude, you're looking at something completely different. No, Ruiz is you getting close to Ruiz, you're gonna get knocked out.
You need to go back and have a look at the footage of Muhammad Ali.
I think if I can agree with what both of you are saying. So if you look at form back then, not Muhammad Ali, because Muhammad Ali's form is still as good as modern day boxers, but for the boxers
Some
he was
boxers can't even
fighting,
do it.
for the boxers he was fighting, I'm not going to say the professional ones, the ones which I don't know their names, which he did do fights for. Obviously, their form is nothing compared to every average boxer now. So I do see what Rob is saying about form has changed.
It's not just
If you look at the first, if you look at the first 10,
technical.
if you look at the first 10 professional fights that AJ had, not one of them was a big name.
But then look at the form compared to what Muhammad Ali was fighting for his first few.
Yeah, go back and have a look at the form. The form of the guys that AJ were fighting they weren't very good.
I mean, you can't say they're not very good. Or
No,
they have to be decent.
I'm saying compared to the top level bracket tiers. Okay, compared to the top level bracket tiers. I mean, the fact that you got Deontay Wilder out there who's swinging punches like that with no form, and then you got Tyson Fury out of the game for 2 years, comes back and beats him, and yet,
Which is technical.
and you're saying Muhammad Ali can't win. The most technical boxer who has ever lived.
I've already said that it's down punch to punch on heavyweight.
Yeah, man.
But if you're looking at technical now,
I'm going
it's
Muhammad.
completely different to what it is back then. There's more to boxing now than there is back then.
That's what I was agreeing with earlier. But I still think Muhammad Ali has the victory over
I mean, you give
the
Muhammad Ali.
boxers in his weight. Because you can't compare a heavyweight versus a lightweight boxer. It just doesn't matter.
I don't even think the categories are the same now. I think he would be in cruiser.
No, he wouldn't be in cruiser.
How much does he weigh?
He was 6'8".
Muhammad Ali was 6'8".
Something like that, 6'5".
I was about to say, I don't think he was
I think
6'8".
he was 6'5".
Chat, who have you got? I'm interested. Who have you got in the
I
fight?
mean, it's a good question. 50. I mean, the man had 56 wins. I mean, Jesus Christ. Height.
Weight.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go height first. Okay. weight.
Where was he from again?
It's about 110 kg. 110 kg.
That's heavyweight.
Yeah, it's heavyweight, yeah.
How much is AJ?
That wouldn't matter though.
AJ's always fluctuated around. AJ's the same weight as George Foreman was, and all the old school fighters back then. All the heavyweights were around the same weight as AJ is now. Weight wise, category wise, it hasn't actually changed that much.
I'm just saying it wouldn't work. So if Tyson Fury tried to do all that stuff to the next fight, AJ on the ropes, AJ's just going to stand back and be like, what are you doing?
But then AJ might get, then Tyson might get it on points if he's dancing around him just hitting him.
That's why he'll just stop doing it.
And AJ's getting no hits off.
That's what I'm saying.
So then AJ will lose.
No, because he's just going to be going around in circles doing nothing. So AJ just will sit back and be like, we playing that.
Yeah, and AJ will lose because
that's what you do now. Because back then, no one's like smart enough to go.
They used to do. They used to sit back.
Once you go in once and you start doing all this crazy stuff, you go.
I think
right.
If it was AJ, obviously he would step back and then be like, okay, so I'm just going to start hitting this guy from far. If he's just going to be on the ropes, I'm just going to keep my distance.
Try and get me into the ropes and do that.
You're not going to win on points then.
Even with Muhammad Ali.
But then Tyson has to come in and stop showboating. That's what it is. There's showboating.
No, it isn't. It's tactical.
Yeah.
It's exactly.
You go back.
It's
you go back and watch it.
It's exactly what Anthony Joshua did in Ruiz the second round. He didn't go in. He didn't go in. He went around the wing and won on points. It's the exact same thing. And AJ won the match. And AJ said afterwards, I did what I had to win. And Tyson Fury said,
if you go back and watch it,
what I said I would do. I went around the ring. I was punching around the ring.
And you go back and watch it, and you
Ruiz
still watch
is a stand fire, so Ruiz just sits in the middle and tries to hit you, and you have to come to Ruiz. AJ went around him this time.
And you go back and watch it, and they still had contact though.
And AJ won only because he did the Muhammad Ali technique, and he didn't even do it to Muhammad Ali's level, but he did the Muhammad Ali Tyson Fury technique, and he won on it.
Okay, but then you get two fighters that are doing the same thing.
And
it doesn't work.
Muhammad Ali is twice as fast as Anthony Joshua.
You can't compare that.
Moving around the ring?
You can't compare that. There's no way to compare it.
I bet people have done studies, but I mean, if you look back at the tapes, mate.
I mean, technology back then is nothing compared to now, so you generally just can't compare it.
You'd be able to. I mean, this isn't even a question. I mean, you can just go and probably have a look at old school boxers talking about it. They'll probably tell you. Old school commentators, people that have watched both.
Yeah, but still, it's like the basketball debate on who's.
I'm giving it more to the modern day boxer.
It's like the basketball argument.
I'm not, because you give all them old school boxers the modern day technology. Who's going to win?
It's like the basketball debate on who is the world best basketball player ever. And a lot of the old ones will say Michael Jordan. That's because they played him. They will never say LeBron James. But the nowadays players will say LeBron James because they played him and never played Michael Jordan.
The thing with that debate, though, is that like with that,
it always goes back to wins on that.
With that basic debate, you can't really have that debate because one, it's a team sport. Whereas boxing is individual, it's all about you and you alone. So you can easily say this guy's the greatest of all time and this guy's not. Two, the basketball, there's so many different aspects. I mean, you have rebounding, scoring, assists, minutes per game, games played, time per game. You can't fit offensive and defensive rebounds, defense. You can't really just sit there and say this is the greatest person of all time.
You can say a lot of that to do with boxing. You can be a very good offense in boxing, but have a crap defense. That doesn't make you the best. To be a best boxer, you need to be the best at both.
No, for boxing, it's about how many wins have you got? What's your legacy? How good of a fighter were you?
You can't have many wins if you've got a good offense and a bad defense. Because as soon as someone gets you on defense,
you can. You're always going for the knockout.
Deontay Wilder is one of them.
If you get someone, and no one classes him close to the world's best boxer ever.
Deontay Wilder.
No one classes him to the world's best boxer ever.
Yeah.
You have to be the
They
best.
did.
But they class him as one of the best boxers of all time at the moment. I don't know why.
It is. If you have a look at some of the devastating punches and stuff he did.
It's this is my opinion. This is what we do. This is only our opinions. They ain't as good as Iron Mike's old school knockout punches.
They're the same, mate.
Dude.
The way you knock out a person is you knock out a person.
But yeah, I mean, he's a classic boxer where his defense is nothing compared to his offense. His offense is so much better than his defense. Like actually, like technically wise, he's not a very good boxer. He has a hell of a strong right hand.
But that's what I'm saying. So if
It's
you
like getting hit with a sledgehammer. Would you take a punch from him
For 5 mil?
for 5 mil?
Yeah.
it's 5 mil.
It's 5 more
But
mil than
You
I've got
ain't,
right now.
you ain't surviving. He's punching you in the rib. You're probably going to rib. It's probably going to punch your lung.
Right. But it's 5 more mil than I've got right now.
But you'll be dead.
Okay.
Well,
I have a chance that I might not be dead.
You do have a chance, yeah.
I can walk away with 5 mil.
I mean, everything is a gamble.
No brainer, mate.
You'll be in the hospital for at least 6 months. How many rounds are you lasting?
Well, 1, because I had no boxing experience.
I give you a year.
Right, and
It's still a year. You can't.
A year on
You can't-
on DMT Wilder. I'm not lasting more than
You can't even like run around the ring for like 3 minutes, just trying to avoid as much as
probably.
you can.
Yeah.
That's 1 round.
No, I don't even think 1 round. I'm just thinking about it. I mean, they're professional boxers. They'd be able to just pick you apart easily.
Yeah.
That's like saying, can you get an average person trained for a year in swimming
This
and
Jack
then
could
race
probably.
you?
Man, you get 1 jab to the forehead, your head, whiplash, done. You're bloody-
Because that's what they do. They train on the necks to take the.
yeah. You got to do the old school. I saw
I'm still getting in the ring for 5 million though.
I saw Joe Rogan talking to Mike about that the neck rolls they used to do. Apparently to this day, Mike has issues with his neck from it. Because doing that is actually bad for your disc, they were saying.
And that's bad for your
Joe
nervous
Rogan was
system.
saying. So it's actually better to do this way than it is this way.
Probably also all the punches that you take to the head.
Yeah, but
Might affect it.
Mike was more saying that whenever he used to train his neck, which he used to do a lot, he used to say he used to do 3 minutes of that on, minute off, 3 minutes of that on, minute off. He used to do like 10, 11 rounds, like a boxing match.
Quite a few boxers do it though.
Yeah, they still do it, yeah.
That's bad for
They do it because of
multiple
Mike.
reasons, but they have to do it.
Yeah. Do you think you can...
It's like every other sport, there's always a disadvantage to doing a sport. No matter what sport, there always is. It's like, so we're all swimmers. There is a huge disadvantage for our joints because the amount of times we use it in our shoulder, we'll probably go have shoulder problems down the age of 60 odd.
Which is repetitive strain, isn't it?
Yeah. So with every sport, there's always going to be an issue. It just happens that boxing, that you're getting hit in the face and your brain's probably going to be fucked in a few years' times.
It'd be mashed potato.
Basically, yeah.
I just had the funniest image, like, you know, you're in the ring with Deontay and he hits you, or AJ, because they both pretty much, they have the same similar kind of power output, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, I wouldn't want to get hit by either of them on their overhand right, okay? But just a jab, okay? One of them jabs where it takes your head back, right? Straight to the forehead, right? Are you taking... Are you coming back from that, though? Or are you taking that jab and like just tapping it out?
I don't know. I've never been punched like that.
Like, you're here, you're dodging, right? You're dodging, you're thinking you look really good, and then all of a sudden, boom.
It doesn't matter. I don't know.
Neck's just seized up.
No one.
You don't know until you get hit.
No one here will know because we haven't been in boxing to fight against a professional boxer. So how would we know?
And when you get hit, you do really, your neck does really go.
Do me a favour after this. Go run into a wall and tell me if you think I could be able to take a punch.
It's just...
I reckon if you take a jab, I reckon an average person could.
No.
No, because if you think about it, if you fall to the floor, hit your head really hard or someone, you're coming back. You're a bit dizzy though.
You know when
you're still coming back.
You know when you're doing like the heaviest bicep weight you do, yeah? And you're like struggling in the gym. Yeah. You know, AJ's training, he has that on his wrist, right, as part of the machine. And he's jabbing as fast as he can, and he's moving that faster than you can do a normal jab now. And he's moving that same way, that fast. dude. I mean, your head is literally your neck's gonna be stuck there.
No, because you saying taking one. You didn't say do a whole boxing fight where he's constantly.
I mean,
doing
you're in
it
the
to
ring.
you.
You're in the ring for the first round, right? So, like, how long are you lasting for that first round? Are you going 30 seconds? Because he's gonna come in. He's gonna come in moving, right?
Well, hopefully after one jab, you start realising you don't want to get flipping jabs.
It's all boxers are like that, mate.
Yeah, so hopefully
They all
you try
say
and
they
avoid
don't know how they're going to react to the punches until they get punched.
Until you get punched, yeah.
You don't know how hard the person is.
I don't know, man. 5 million for that.
Like, if it was Tyson Fury, yeah. Most people don't get knocked down. No one really gets knocked down by him. So
Yeah, I think
he
can knock you out though.
Yeah, if he has
You take more jabs than AJ.
Yeah. But he'd still knock you out in the end.
Probably, yeah.
Either way, you're coming out of it with somewhat of a really heavy concussion.
And 5 mil.
And 5 mil, yeah. Well, not even 5 mil. It's 3 mil apparently.
That's 3 more mil than
How is it the most? I don't get that. How is it going to be the most seen
Pay-per-view.
pay-per-view? But yet it's not really that
No
high
one
in
goes
terms
to the
of
pubs to watch it, for one. So if they do want to watch it, they have to buy it. Everyone's stuck at, well, supposed to be stuck at home. It's just a bit harder for the people in like the UK because you've got to wake up at 4 o'clock. But if you're not working,
Who's committed though to doing that?
well,
like,
if you're not working,
Yeah, not many people working a
you'll
lot.
probably be like what, 15 quid, 20 quid per
yeah, it'd be about that. Yeah,
normal. That's kind of the average price
it's
for
like
pay-per-view.
$14.99, isn't it?
Did you I saw something quite funny where it was I think it was on Amazon. Oh, did you see the PlayStation came back in? It came back into stock.
Did it?
And it got sold out within like 2 minutes or something.
Ridiculous.
Again, just automatically sold out again
Why do they have low stock?
because everyone's buying it. And obviously COVID-19, I don't think manufacturers are making it as fast as
They
what
will.
they
It
would.
is the most sold console in history ever. So
Is it the PlayStation?
PlayStation 5,
Wow.
most sold console ever in
Really?
history.
I thought Xbox had more
Well, no, because
people.
They're more expensive,
Xbox
more expensive, but the PS5 is obviously
It's
there's more
overtaken.
people trying to get it because of the story mode games coming out on it.
yeah.
Xbox doesn't have story mode games for them.
I ain't no traitor, mate, so I'll still
I'm
get
always
it.
I'd stay on Xbox, but
I like the
I've
controller.
gone to PC.
I mean, the Xbox controller is just where it's at, man. It's
Well,
just,
the
it's just more
PS5
fun.
controller is basically the Xbox controller
Yeah,
now,
they've kind
so
of moved over to that way. I saw
Isn't the Xbox got like better?
it's got a better. It hasn't got well. There's advantages to the Xbox, which is over so like the space, and I think it goes in like 20 more hertz, and it can go to
Go on.
8K.
Right, what, the PlayStation?
No, the Xbox. But the PlayStation has other stuff going for it, so it's got like the games, and then I think it's like can handle the graphics a tiny bit more. I think I haven't really fully gone into it, but
you've played on a PlayStation, haven't you? I have.
I played it on PlayStation 4.
I just don't like the user face. I don't like when you first like log it. Like I don't like the way that it's set up. It's not very simplistic, and it's like
It's not.
I don't even like the new. I don't like the new
It's meant to play
Xbox
games.
update. I don't know if you've got it, but the new it's changed the Xbox update, so everything's a little bit different.
What I
And it's-
do,
they've made it. They made it a little bit harder.
what I really do want to see,
They made it a little bit harder, and I don't like that. It's not as simplistic as what it used to be.
what I do really want to see is if them two companies can collab with each other to make a super console.
Why would they?
So then they can have story mode games. So like PS5 have
Why would
their
they do that?
games
They're just completely different companies.
Why they do
just for one console, and then they
Get
split
a
off.
computer.
Yeah, but computer, I can't play PlayStation 5 games. I can't go play off The Last of Us, God of War, Spider-Man.
Until they release it. But
They
they
don't
don't start
release it.
releasing them.
They're not. They're keeping it on PS5 only.
You can't play World of Warcraft on PS either.
You can't play World of Warcraft on Xbox.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you've got...
You can play on
You're going
on
for
your PC,
story mode
yeah.
games, but if you look at the highest
Grossing
rating
games
in
ever.
games, it's always like...
Multiplayer, Call of Duties,
Yeah.
Halos.
stuff like that.
They're all on computer.
Yeah, but if you look at
So
all
if
the
you want
game-winning awards at the end of the years, it's always the story mode games.
Right, but you only can play story mode so much, and then you get bored of it.
I mean, all you got to do is look at the highest grossing games of all time.
You want to play with your mates as well. All your mates are going to be on Warzone or anything that's multiplayer related.
Yeah, it's always.
I just want to see them collab, see what they can do.
They would have no benefit there because I mean, they're always competing against each other. What's the point in? To be honest,
They're not at the moment. If you look at their tweets, they're not really fighting each other anymore. They keep like messaging friendly emotes to each other, Fortnite friendly emotes on each other tweets, and all of that.
I think that's coronavirus. I mean, that's the same thing that's happened with Burger King and McDonald's.
It's like they've made a tweet.
They've actually like set out public response, a public statement saying Burger King did this, saying
because
McDonald's. At McDonald's.
Xbox made a tweet where it's PlayStation in a car trying to get past some cops, which are PC players, and Xbox then comes rams them in and takes away the PC players.
Oh, I think I saw that. But I just don't see a benefit.
There wouldn't be any benefit to it.
Everyone would buy that.
Yeah.
No, it's just the game companies would have to just do launches on both platforms. I think it's problem solved.
No, cause it's all to do with I think it's basically all to do with PlayStation. I think they own parts of.
Yeah, it's like how.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just down to the game.
It's like how Microsoft bought another game now, where it can only be on Xbox, where like in past it was on PlayStation.
That's what they're doing. They're now targeting individual games to stop.
Just buying the company.
I think they bought Gears of War.
They bought. I know what you're talking about. Microsoft bought an actual gaming developer that was quite big. I think it was the Halos or something like that.
Well, they already had Halos.
No, but they bought the company that develops all these games. They had about, I think it was like 4 or 5 big games that are like big, highly developed games that now PlayStation won't be able to get.
Yeah.
Because of
Xbox has got it.
Xbox bought it, and then obviously these developers did other games as well. But now you're just gonna get to like a game war at that point when it's just like it's not really gonna benefit the buyer.
No, it's not.
No, because then people will just be like, bring the same thing out. Everyone's going to start buying PCs instead. And be like, just put it on PC.
I think that's going to be the way.
Universal.
I think that's the way it's going to be going because you can do. I mean, if you're looking at normal people, they have a PC at home anyway.
Well,
you're not gaming.
If you look at prices anyway,
but
if you look at prices anyway, from the Xbox One to the Xbox, is it Series X?
Don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah.
The price is about, I think it's £200 more, £300. No, it's £200 more. So they're just going up in prices each and every time. So eventually it's just going to come to a cost.
Going up.
Eventually it's going to come to a cost where you could probably buy a PC for the same one, but it'd be a huge amount better.
It will never.
The prices of PCs will go up.
Yeah. Because they'll get better and they'll get more efficient, and they'll stop.
Powerful.
Yeah, more powerful stuff like that. But I mean, it's all a money thing. If you have the money,
so if you look at it, that thing is a lot more powerful than that Xbox.
That's probably more powerful than your two consoles combined.
It's more powerful than the new one. That PC there, compared to Nick's or Tim's,
$20,000 PC.
So it's all to do with how much technology you put into it.
It's going to be interesting now. I mean, it's all a money thing. If you have the money, you're better off buying a gaming PC. Hands down.
Yeah, you may as well.
Hands down. But then again, it's all about the money, and if you have
because there is more games that you can play on.
I mean, I know a load of people that have both. They have PlayStation and Xbox. I'm just like, well, you literally could have bought a gaming PC.
Well, no, because they probably do that just so they can play the games like I said, like Spider-Man and all of that. At the moment, they are not on PC, and they won't be for a very long time.
Those games are a game that I'd enjoy for like 1 or 2 days, and then you look back and be like, I just wasted 50 quid on that game.
Story player games.
That's every game.
Like,
I feel like that on Cold War by me playing it because I want to get my money.
Yeah, you feel that on Cold War, but do you feel that on
You don't feel it on Warzone.
Modern Warfare?
Multiplayer.
You've been playing that for a year straight.
On Warzone, I don't.
Even on
I couldn't play Modern Warfare straight for a year.
no, but when it added Warzone, that was the whole point. Like that's what made you.
But Warzone's free.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair,
those to me are the best games.
yeah, the multiplayer ones.
Big open map.
I can't wait.
BRs.
I will be buying it. The new Skyrim. They're not Skyrim, the new Elder Scrolls. Open world, takes a long time. I don't know how the amount of hours we spent on Skyrim.
I'm more of a battle royale person.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. That was good then because there wasn't a battle royale back then.
I mean, there was, but they weren't good.
No, there were. PUBG's been around for ages.
It wasn't on
H1Z1,
Xbox.
H1Z1.
I think
That was all on PC.
No, I think it had been on
At the
Xbox.
time, that was all on PC.
When Fortnite was out.
And Skyrim, we was playing Skyrim.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it was Skyrim was years ago.
Exactly.
That was way before even Fortnite came out.
2008.
Yeah.
So, battle royales are where it's at. It's more fun. Play with your mates. Always constantly updating.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's the thing that's really been a shame with Warzone and Call of Duty. Actually, I saw Nick talking about it as well with Courage, because Courage, obviously being a codcaster, he has a lot of like
updating, aren't they?
he's got a lot of background knowledge, and like Nick was saying, I don't understand it because Warzone and Call of Duty have 17 years worth of maps and guns that they could add in like that because they have already the code encrypted, and Fortnite don't. They have to make it all from scratch, constantly update it, and even Nick said, and all the big streamers have said, that's why some of the big streamers that have gone back to Fortnite at the moment, because Warzone is so dry, they said that that's one thing that Fortnite is just the best at. It's constantly updating your game. But then Courage came back and said that because Call of Duty isn't just one company, it's made by lots of companies with lots of developers, and the developers own the rights to certain maps and certain guns, which means that Warzone can legally only have a certain gun for 1 year, but they have to get rid of it forever. And that's why you see some of the guns, they come in, they have new names. They're like the old guns that you used to have back in Call of Duty 5, like the Striker, right? I can't remember what gun it used to be called, but now it's called the Striker. It's a replica. It's not the same kind of gun because they don't have the right to it.
It's like
So Warzone's like Call of Duty is just a big fuck up.
M4A1.
Yeah, but there'll be another game. Like 2 years ago when we was playing Fortnite, and we all sat there like, this is the best game in the world, and you're gonna be really hard to compete against this.
I don't think anything has back then.
No, I'm just saying. And then Warzone came out, and then everyone was like, "Oh, this is sick! Like one of the best games, tops Fortnite." In the next couple of years, there'll be another big battle royale. They'll top both of them again.
For me,
it will be. That's
obviously.
That's how it goes. But
for me, it never.
If it's just a company that's starting from scratch, then yeah, they're gonna have again like Fortnite. They'll have a better.
I feel like.
Wait, something new.
I feel like Call of Duty will now keep that standard though, even though towards the end of the battle royale, it does get a bit dry.
I could jump on there right now and be like, "There's no real changes."
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Rob,
but
you wouldn't see one. Mate, there's a train that's added. It goes around the map.
No one knows. You jump on Fortnite again. It's a whole new map.
What I'm saying is, but because there's a new COD coming out each year, they can change the maps completely different.
But there's been a new COD and they haven't changed it at all.
That is coming out next December.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
20th of December.
It's been pushed back. It's one of the things that Nick's is really praying at, because there's rumours going around the Call of Duty Call of Duty sphere saying that it's getting pushed back even further.
It's rumours. It's not official yet.
And Fortnite actually has a really huge update coming in about 8 days.
But again,
their last update, which was huge, was about a month ago, which they had a major map change. Before that, it was an even bigger map change where the whole map was underwater. And then it changed again. And then it changed again. So they're constantly always updating. So you're always seeing something new.
It's not official for that statement yet on the it being pushed back.
But even if you do change the map completely, it's going to be the same map for another 6 months. Is that what people really want to see? the same map for 6 months? No, you want to see changes every month, every 2 months.
Doing that map for another 6 months because every single fight you take on that game is different, no matter what. But on Fortnite, it's always you're ending up in the sky in a battle build fight, and most people are doing the same moves. But on Call of Duty, everyone is doing something different, and you'll never find someone twice. If you go into, and there's multiple things as well with Call of Duty. You have gunfight. Gunfight is a very hardcore competition game to also do. Then you have Search and Destroy, very toxic, a lot of fun. And then you just have the generic multiplayer game modes. Then you have Infected, then you have Gun Game.
I think Fortnite
takes
takes
all of that.
a lot more skill.
Much more skill.
I don't agree.
Much more. I mean,
Much more.
I'm not going to lie, Rob.
The amount that you fingers and the amount that you have to think.
Nick said that today. Fortnite takes a lot more skill.
Yeah.
Much more skill. You can't be good at Fortnite unless you put, even if you put hours and hours, you still may never be that good.
You can't be good at COD if you put hours and hours and hours.
It's a lot harder. Nick said it today.
Look at people like, I'm not going to spat his name, but it begins with a C, and he's always on COD.
Yeah, I know you're.
He's on COD a lot more than me, but I can still 6-0 him on every single 1v1.
That's just poor choice though that he makes. I've watched him game.
That's my point. To make the skill in Call of Duty to make certain moves,
Yeah.
it can end that battle straight away. But in Fortnite, you at least have a chance of getting shot when you're making a mistake to come back and win the fight.
No.
Not any. I don't know if you've been on it. Not anymore, mate. Not anymore.
From what I've seen,
Honestly, when you start, because obviously solo, like if you're in normal game modes, it's different to competition now. Because obviously, me and Rob have been playing Fortnite a little bit now, and we're doing the arena points. So you get up to the Contenders League. Now I'm now 4,000 points. The next point, so I'm at the point where everyone in this place can build and edit and hit shots on PC just as good as anyone who is a member of FaZe, a member of 100 Thieves. They're all hitting perfect edits, perfect 90s, perfect cone edits, all this stuff.
but yet,
You have to fight against that.
Call of Duty been out for 17 years and no one's hitting shot like FaZe and people are like Shroud and all of that. COD's been out for 17 years and no one's doing that.
What do you mean? People aren't... No.
An average player, say the top 5% in the world, they're still not doing that. Top 1% in the world, they're still not doing that.
I mean...
If you have to literally go to the top 100 players in the world to see a complete difference from skill level to someone who's
You reckon?
200 in the world.
You can argue about it. Fortnite is harder.
You know when you went on, I remember when you went...
It's just your thought path through it all.
When Rob went back onto Fortnite... And
It is. I could sit and play Warzone for...
And it wouldn't be taxing mentally.
Yeah, no, honestly, just a couple hours of just Fortnite.
Gets you. Because you're thinking about so much. You've got so much to do.
Yeah.
First of all, you have to...
The more that you've... Compared to Warzone, the more your fingers are travelling around the remote. It must be right. In an hour, I'm like 3 times.
Easily.
I think we leave it there on an open question.
It's good. Yeah, actually, good point.
Because I need to go to the toilet anyway.
We'll leave it to the chat to decide that, actually, in the YouTube comments, to see which they think is harder, Fortnite or Call of Duty. We've had some actually quite good discussions there. We've had an Ali one. We have an Ali, old boxers versus new boxers. And we have Call of Duty versus Fortnite, the two biggest games, questionably biggest battle royales on the planet at the moment right now. So it's quite a good podcast right there. All right.
Someone will sign it out.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Everyone on Twitch, everyone on YouTube, please make sure to follow, like, and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed the Three Bros podcast today. Enjoy your weekend, and we shall see you on Wednesday night live. Thank you for watching.
Peace!